Hello, fellow robots out there in internet land. I am Sobertron, and welcome to the next episode of Titancraft here on Tangotech's Patreon server. If you guys are interested in joining me and this awesome community on this amazing adventure, all the information you need is down in the description for Tangotech's Patreon page. So guys, I always talk about how this is an amazing community and how we do these community builds, and I haven't really taken part in it much. I've been focusing on my base, focusing on my private projects, but that changes today. And actually it changed a couple days ago when I started doing some craziness in the nether with these nether tunnels. But today I wanted to do a little bit more of that, but also show off some of the other community builds that have sprung up since the server went live. So right now we're on top of the nether. Right down here you can see this. I don't envy the person who broke all this bedrock. I know their pain. I did lots of it. But this is the community post office. You can come in here and claim, a little barrel, and yeah, you can just tell people, hey, I got a post box, and yeah, stuff and things. I haven't claimed one yet, so I'm gonna do that now, and it's just gonna be Overtron. And it's really cool. Anytime a light's on, it means you've got mail. So like Tango's even got his own little post box that people just put a bunch of random things in from time to time, which is fantastic, But I want to show off some other things, and I also want to work on some of the nether tunnels a bit more. I have been focusing very hard on the south tunnel because that's where we live. It's also the longest tunnel because at the very far end, like 2,500 blocks down, is where the public wither farm is going to be. All the other tunnels go out 1,900 blocks in every direction. But it essentially just carries the design all the way over, all the way down that we have in the hub. Several of us the other night worked the west tunnel and dug out a bunch, and then last night I just randomly started digging, asked other people if they wanted to dig too, and we cleared out a huge section of this. But before we do all that, before we work on these tunnels a bit more, I want to show off the public guardian farm, because it's really cool. Huge community effort to dig out a perimeter. So it's just right here inside of our hub. Just got to go through the portal, and yeah, it's really cool. A lot of people took part in this. I did not, and sadly I wish I would have, because I love getting involved in the community. For some reason there's a little hole right here, and I'm going to take advantage of that and try to get out. Amazing. So it's a bubble Vader design. All the guardians will spawn in there and instantly float up. And then there is a portal right in the middle. You can barely see it right now, but there it is. And all the guardians will go into the nether to, reduce the mob cap in the overworld to spawn more guardians. And then they go into the nether. Wow, frames are rough right now with all those bubbles. And then all their bits come back through, or you can turn it into manual kill mode, and they go through, they take a ton of fall damage, they come back through a portal down there, and then you can just kill them in one hit. There's still a lot of work to do over here. It looks like they're doing a cool little tile floor decoration over here, which is looking pretty awesome. But yeah, for right now, I'm going to head into the nether. I'm going to work on the west tunnel. Try to get as much of that done as possible. I did a bit already. I think I placed 9 shulkers worth. Cool. I think I placed 9 shulkers worth of red nether brick already this morning. And I've got another 10 shulkers worth in my ender chest. So that's going to take me several hours to do, which is fine. It's great. West is this way. So I will see you guys in a little bit. So here we are in the west tunnel, and this is the section I was working on earlier. I remember there was this kind of private portal right here that was my starting point. So up until this morning, this tunnel design stopped right here, and I've been working really hard to get this thing all the way down to the end. I think Irma is out here too. She came by earlier. Yep, that's Irma. So she was working the opposite wall. I'm working this wall, and it's almost done. It's nearing completion. There's still a ton to do, though. I've got those 10 shulkers, like I said, which looks like we're not going to need all of it, but I also know the east tunnel is on the struggle bus right now. It is the least complete tunnel of everything. So I'm going to figure out a place to land and get going again on... get going again on finishing up this tunnel. The hardest part, let me get up here, one of the hardest and most tedious tasks that we have is we are digging out all the blocks in between the bedrock. And did I just see one? Yep, look, right there. See? It's those little ones that you miss from time to time. And then there's a layer of black glass that goes on this bottom row. And just doing this, I was doing this, I think, all day, one day in the south tunnel, just digging out all the netherrack and other blocks, basalt and blackstone that occasionally pops up when you hit a basalt delta like there's one coming up this way. But this is pretty good. I mean, I didn't realize it was this far down, so after I finish placing all of this red nether brick, maybe I'll come through and place all the glass, and that way we can call portions of this tunnel done. Look, there's more up there. Oh, this is... Come on. Come on. There we go. I hate when... more. Look at that. This is like why this is the most annoying job. Is because you get those little nooks and crannies. But yeah, enough about that. I'm going to finish this up. Hopefully I can get all of, at least a sizable portion of this done as well. And then once we do that, we'll go show off some other, community builds that I have yet to show you guys so far. After many, many, many painstaking hours, the West Tunnel is now complete. Except for that one slab I see over there to the right. I will fix that in a little bit. My bad. But yeah, you can see in the far distance behind me, the very far western wall, this took a ton of glass. I think I've placed like 80-something shulkers of black glass thus far. Most of it over here, but a lot of it also over in the south tunnel, which Cash actually took over that task for me, and it's made some considerable progress as well. It'd be really close to being done, if not for the fact that it was, it's considerably longer than all of these other tunnels. And that just has to do with where the, public wither skeleton farm is going to eventually be. Let me slow down and let these chunks load. Wow. It's pretty active tonight, guys. It's a weekend evening, and that's what tends to happen. Ugh. Come on now. But I think I started off, when I started off doing the West Tunnel, I think I was at about 200 on whatever axis it is. X, I think? Maybe? I don't know. And it made it all the way down to 1900, which, yeah, that's a ton. I had a ton of help, though. There were a couple people while I was, placing glass closer to this end of the tunnel, and they were up way down digging out all those blocks in between there, so that helped me tremendously. But for right now, I want to show you guys another public build, and we have arrived at our location. This is a kind of mini nether hub. There's a lot going on here, and all this design was done by Cable. He was hired by the crew that built the public farms. Hey, there's Jam. We're gonna go to his place in a little while, actually. Cable was hired to do this free of charge. He just likes building stuff, and I love the way these portals came out. It turned out really well. Very active place we got going on here. But going through one of these portals will take you to two locations. The first, which is where we're gonna arrive right now, is the public end portal, and there's many of them on the server, but this one's right outside the hub. It makes it super convenient for everybody to come to, and it's been decorated very pretty. It's like after my own heart. It's very similar to my base, which is kind of why I love this place so much. There's a lot that's gonna be here in the future, but that's more like private base stuff up top that I'm not gonna show you guys. The other thing that's over here, though, is the public trading hall, and it's divided into multiple wings. So in this wing over here, we've got some farmers. The one drawback to this is that you can't get perfect trades. All the trades are expensive. You can come over here and convert them if you want. There are zombies back there, but not everybody has the resources to do that. And in the future, they've actually got some prop farms underneath that they're going to route up here for people to use, which is really great. And then there's another wing this way that has, like, essentially all the other villagers in it. Don't hit myself. It's got, masons and toolsmiths, weaponsmiths, some more librarians here and here. But yeah, all these other dudes. So everything you can possibly need. And I think, yeah, this is what they're going to do. Chokers. That's why that netherrack was there for. I knew there was a reason why that was there. But yeah, people can come here, drop stuff off, trade, get whatever they want. They've got all the books over here, which is great. I need to build another private trading hall for me at our mountain at some point. And until then, I'm just using Shams, because I built it, so I'm going to use it. But next stop on our, public farm tour is in the end. So, like every server, we have an Ender. And I can't remember who this was. I want to say Larandu, who's one of the staff members on here, took the liberty of terraforming the End Island out here, and it turned out really, really nice. I love what he's done over here. But if we come this way, it leads to our Ender. Now, normally, to get there, you actually have to go through this walkway here, but there's something outside I want to show you that's just loading in. So the Ender's up top. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Typical design, but in this box, which you really can't see, and is there a way I can get in there? Maybe. Let me try to get in position. I'll be right back. Well, this is some sadness. So, The area I wanted to show you guys is still under construction. I got a sneak peek a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to show it to you guys, but I'm not gonna violate their rules. But essentially, what they're doing over there is they've got a massive cactus farm with furnace XP repair stations. So people can either come use the Ender. Like right now, it's kind of not operating because there's probably a couple people entering, and when that happens, yeah, Enders kind of go to really bad rates. But this way, people can come over here, AFK for a little bit, build up some cactus, and I think there's a bamboo farm over there as well. And they can just use a public furnace XP repair station, which is really cool. We've had them before on the server, and this is the first time I've actually seen one in the end, and I think that's genius having it over there. Lots of people like to use the Ender to repair stuff if they're doing it in bulk, but if you only got a couple items to do, having a service like that is really, really cool. I actually thought about doing that this season in the overworld somewhere, just building a public something like that. But since that's there, it looks like my plans have kind of been taken, which is fine. That's why we're contributing otherwise. We're doing some community service projects today, and that's great. It's really, really great. But for now, I need to go show you guys my next. Gonna take me back to my base. Yep. My next project, I have to get in position for that too, because we need to head to spawn, because a lot of work still needs to be done there, and I want to help with that project next. So we're back at spawn. I've shown this a few times now, and it's insane. It's crazy. But there's stuff that still needs to be done here. A couple people have taken it upon themselves to do most of this, and I figured I'd lend in a hand, because a lot of them are busy in real life right now, and I want to get this place done. And by done, I mean I want to get rid of all the mycelium. I want to get pretty grass. Pretty grass everywhere, and I want to finish up these paths. The paths are very easy. They are very similar to what I'm doing at my base, so it should be fairly simple to do, and they've already laid out where the paths are going to go. So for right now, I need to head to the resource world and get lots and lots of grass. I'm going to need a lot of it. I've got 10 shulkers in my ender chest, so that probably won't do it, but it'll make a big dent, and if I need to go back, I can do that. But what I really need is shovels. I have no spare shovels at my base, so I'm just going to raid them from the shop. Because, yeah, I do it from time to time. And he's following me around everywhere. And Arc. Cool. Arc sold. Let's check anything else. Shulker shells, no. Golden carrot. No one's buying golden carrots anymore. It's so much cheaper everywhere else. That's like a, at the checkout register kind of thing. Oh, I need carrots. Let me buy some. Where the skulls haven't been selling really either because other people are selling them cheaper. Bows, picks. Ooh. Okay. I need to make more stuff. I absolutely need to make more stuff. If I would, I probably need all 4 of those shovels, and if I were to take them all, we'd have none in stock. And I don't like that at all. That always upsets me if we need to do things like that. So I'm gonna go make some stuff, I guess, before we head to the resource world. Shouldn't take me too long. I've got lots of furnaces that are ready to go, so I just need the books. So I will see you guys in a little bit. In no time whatsoever, we are fully stocked up yet again on shovels, which is great. I even was able to make a few extra, and now I have 9 of them that I can carry on me, and these will be my personal ones from here on out. That way I can just take them to our furnace XP farm and repair them and keep them for as long as I need them. And that XP furnace room of amazingness is great. I love it. I absolutely love it. I did stick a couple more silk picks in here because I knew we were really low. I just grabbed some from my little shulker box of my, personal stuff. But yeah, let's head to the resource world. I need to find a nice big area to just take all the grass, like 9, 10 shulkers worth. Like I said earlier, I'm probably gonna need to make at least 2 trips out there, because this is just the north side. The north side needs a lot of work, and the south side also needs a lot of work. So, that's a ghast. That's absolutely a ghast right there. But yeah, let me head to the resource world, find a nice big spot to just destroy, and I will be back with you guys shortly. There are times I really miss our old resource world from previous seasons. I've explained it before, but they were essentially just quadrants. One quadrant would be extreme hills, one would be like a mesa, another desert, another an ocean. It was great. Now you gotta fly around and look for areas to, get the resources you need. They're essentially just patch marked everywhere out there. So I found a pretty decent size extreme hills that I'm gonna steal probably all of the grass from. And then I'm gonna probably have to fly around and find another one. So I'm sorry to anybody else who needs grass, because I'm gonna wreck this place. Once again, we're about a dozen hours into the future, guys, and I've used about 8 shulkers worth of grass. And what I've done is I've outlined huge sections in both the north and the south side of our island. And I do that. I've done one of these projects before, and I find that sectioning things off makes it super easy. And then what I come back and do is I come through with a non-silk touch shovel. Not this one. Let me grab it. I don't know why I didn't have it on me. Ah, stupid. But I made a few of them, so I've got 4 of them now. So I come through with a non-silk touch shovel, and that way I can turn all this mycelium into dirt, and then I can come back through and replace that dirt, and the grass will slowly spread over time. The trick is to make sure that you clear out all the mycelium kind of in a section. That way it doesn't spread back over onto itself. You know, that you're harvesting multiple times then. So I'm going to try to get as much of this done as possible. This north section is massive. There's just so much to do. A couple of the sections I did just go ahead and do a lot of grass because they were tiny little, like, one wide strips, and that made it easy. But you can see, like, doing this whole thing, it would have taken me tons and tons of grass to do it. So I would much rather just let the grass spread than to have to deal with going and gathering a bunch of grass. So I'm gonna hopefully come back and all this is done. Maybe some paths will be in. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what mood strikes me like always. The shopping district has now been completely transformed. There is, I don't want to say no more mycelium, because there's definitely some mycelium still sticking around in, like, hidden spots. I think underneath one of these shops over here. It's like an overhang. I'll let the people who own that shop deal with it. And then there's also a little bit on the north side that I physically cannot remove because it's protected. It's right by this portal up here. Every time I try to come over here, it just says all the nope. All the nope happens. Yeah, see? No breaky block. Oh, no, I want that one. But I haven't even touched the paths yet, guys. I haven't even touched the paths. This took a lot longer than I thought it would. One, because I was waiting for the grass to spread, and two, I've been still working in the nether, which I am happy to announce all of our tunnels are now done. I've placed, I think, 141,000 black glass in the nether tunnels, and I think I've mined out an additional 500,000 netherrack from that thing. But now we're going to work on paths. And I think we're going to start in front of our shop, actually, because I've noticed some things every time I'm here. You can see how it's almost all black stone and very little basalt and no other block variation. But if you come over here, where kind of these paths initially started was right over here, there's a lot more basalt and there's a lot more other blocks going on over here. So I want to try to mimic this as much as possible and go back through these other areas and replace things. Because, yeah, that's just almost nothing but blackstone and nothing else. Luckily I don't have to dip into my own supplies. There is some stuff over here, if I remember correctly, that we can use to do all this stuff with. Yeah, spawn project. Yeah, basalt. I don't know why there's netherrack in there. Yeah, blackstone, mycelium. We'll burn it. We'll burn it later. It's fine. Yeah, so I might have to actually. That's a lot of grass I wish I would have known was here, because that would have. Yeah, didn't know that. So yeah, I'm gonna start just doing my thing. I got a lot of empty shulkers. I'm just going to fill them up with, a bunch of things. So basalt, probably just grab a whole shulker's worth of it. Same with the blackstone and other things, because I do have a lot of new paths to build as well. So I'm just gonna go to town. I'm gonna get crazy, put some music on, maybe a video. I don't know. And hopefully when I get back, I'll at least have a good chunk of these done, if not all of them done. Don't know yet. I still have other things I want to cover in this episode, so it's all time dependent. But I will see you guys in a little bit. In this robot's humble opinion, paths are done. Paths are absolutely done in the shopping district, except for this one right here. I think a bridge should go here. That's just my opinion, so I didn't feel like, doing it. I couldn't be bothered. But everything else is completely done. Went through, detailed. It's kind of hard to see from up here, but you might be able to see a couple of... yeah, here we go. That's just land. Doing this similar pattern at our base made doing it here a lot easier. I've done plenty of these already that I know where everything needs to go. And ratios of blocks to other blocks, it makes it easy because I've done it so often at our base. So that project I'm going to call done. I've done a lot here. Hopefully people on the server like it. More shops have popped up since I started. That's new. That's new. I think there was a couple other ones. I can't remember. I just know that one and that one. Absolutely new since my last recording. But the next step we're going to do is actually just north of the shopping district. Our spawn/shopping district isn't at 0-0. It's a couple hundred blocks away. And that's because every season, one of our titans, named Jam McDonald, he does the server mapping project. It's kind of his base. He bases at the server mapping project, which is at world spawn, which is at 00. And I want to say more times than not, whoa, I don't even know what that is. What the heck is this? I haven't seen this. What is going on here? I don't even. This was not here yesterday when I came by. Wow. Anyway, Jam likes to do pyramids or pyramid-esque things, so it was no surprise when I came over here for the first time that there was a pyramid happening. He's got a lot of stuff underneath, farms and trading halls and things, but, you know, seeing as this is his base, I don't want to show that off. The important thing, hi Turtle, is what's up here, and that is our server map, if it loads in. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, our server map. Here it is. Massive. Massive map. So our world, I think, is 15,000? I don't remember this season what it is. But you can see Spawn Island right there. I've already updated this map. I think I need to update it some more. It looks like there's too much purple on there. But it could be all the purple shulker shops that are over there as well. You can see other things, though. Like this is the Guardian Farm right here. The public trading hall is here. This is our entertainment district, or, you know, future entertainment district. There's a couple things there, but not much. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a couple of these maps, and I'm thinking these ones right down here. Because I'm pretty sure that black square right there at the bottom, that one is our base. I'm almost 100% positive that is our base. This area up here looks like where BLK Hellfire is, and that mushroom village thing I showed you guys a couple episodes ago. I'm pretty sure that's that. So if that's that, that means my thing is right there, that black dot. I'm making you guys dizzy, I know. It's great. I'm probably going to grab a couple of these just to confirm, and I think I just want to knock out this whole strip here. So what is that, 10 maps? 6 and 4? Yeah, I'm going to do 10 maps. I'm going to help out the server. In seasons past, I've done considerably more, but for right now, 10 seems like a good number to help out of things. Now, the thing about this is that the mods will not release the seed to our server until this map is complete. So it looks like we have a long road ahead of us. I'm going to try to help out as much as possible. Maybe do a few more than those 10. We'll see. Well, you know, depends on the lag mostly. But I am gonna, you know, grab these things and I will confirm that that is our base. And I'll actually probably come right back to confirm that and show you guys. Hopefully it updates. But I'll see you in a few. That was 100% correct. That little black square that used to be there, now it's mostly an orange square, was absolutely our base. But I wanted to go update this because it looks like that BLK's base has not been updated in a while, and there's a lot going on here. Like, there's the raid farm, or up there's the raid farm. So let's take a look. This thing should update quite a bit if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, there it goes. All the different mushrooms over here are now getting added onto this map. I think he'll appreciate that. I mean, otherwise, chances are this wouldn't have happened if, you know, I didn't see it and, you know, help him out. Help a brother out here. Okay, that should be maybe a bit more. Let's do a bit more. Ooh, that's new. I wonder what that is. No snooping, Silver. Stop snooping. But yeah, I've got 2 more maps on me right now. I didn't feel like grabbing any more than that, just so I don't lose my spacing on everything. I do have a bunch of rockets on me. I have an ender chest, and I have a shulker box with 9, you know, fully repaired, mending, unbreaking elytra in it. So this should be able to last me a little while. I need to switch out maps, though. Here we go. Ooh, we're going to get Sham's Village on here now, too. That wasn't there before. But you can see Jam, when he does this, he pre-fills in a portion of the map. That way he can get the grid down and he can have other people come over and, you know, map this stuff. I tend to do, like, zigzags, so I'll start at it usually in a corner. That didn't work out all that well that time. And then I'll just go the entire length of the map like I'm doing right now, and then I'll come back around and just go a little bit lower. The lag is going to be a real struggle right now. A lot of people are online right now, and it makes it a bit difficult. So I'm going to probably try to do the bulk of this early morning tomorrow. It's late at night right now, so a lot of people are online. But early morning tomorrow, less people online. Usually we can get about, you know, 30 people online at that time, and it helps the performance of the server tremendously. That's when I get a lot of that big stuff done, whenever it's something lag related. But yeah, I'm just going to do this for a little bit. When I get back, hopefully all of this is done. I have one more project to show off that I want to help out at after this. But I'll tell you more about that when we get done with this one. It took me right around 3 hours to get these 10 maps done, and I've got the itch back in me to do more. In a previous season, I did a ton of this, and now I remember why. It's discovering all the other things that you might not normally see. You just fly around and find random things. So what had happened was I had finished mapping a couple of these, and then I came back over here, replaced them, and that was like, okay, where's everybody else? And I discovered that this was Cable Guy's place. I just knew by kind of the type of biome he was in and the large scaleness of it. But then I looked and I saw that thing, so I went to Cable's place. I flew up there, and it's this massive spaceship. It is huge, and I'm pretty sure it's a ship from Stargate. I want to say like the Prometheus, maybe. I don't know. I'm a nerd. But then you just keep looking around and seeing things. You can see a lot of people are terraforming large areas of land. One cool thing was, I don't know what it is. I haven't gone there yet, but I probably will. It's this thing. It looks like a giant Simon Says game. I don't know if that's what it is. I doubt that's what it is, but I'm curious to go investigate that in the future. So I have a feeling that in the future I will be doing more of these maps just because I love discovering all these things. But for right now, where we are headed, so we are right here on that green dot, and we are going due east. So much like how Jam and the Explorers Guild always maps the server, JP, John P. the Welder is his full name, but we just call him JP. He streams on Twitch all the time, and he's usually in the same place, and that's the thing he does every season, which is a massive public slime farm. He just finds an area, digs it out, clears water, and starts building a massive slime farm. So he's already started it, and he's got it functional, but a lot of work still needs to be done on it, mostly just digging out the rest of the area. So he's got a few chunks already done, already operational. Like I said, how many is it, actually? I don't even know. Let's not go into the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chunks right now, but I have a feeling that these other pads, you can see another one down there, are other slime chunks that he's just waiting to build. But he just needs help digging stuff out. You can see a lot of this probably was water, and it's down to one common level. But there's a lot more over here that still needs to be, yeah, it needs stuff done. So I'm probably going to work over here. These are smaller, and in my mind, when you take out these lower sections, it gives you a better sense of, like, accomplishment. Not necessarily for me. For me, yes, but also for, JP. Hopefully, these areas will go, and you can start to see more and more, bottom land exposed. I think I've got about 15 picks in my ender chest right now, so I'm just going to keep going till those run out. So hopefully I can take out a large section of this. Hopefully John appreciates the effort. But I'll also probably be coming back here periodically just to lend a hand where I can. I also am a little bit doing this on my, for personal reasons. We are low on diorite, of all things. DJ traded a bunch of it, so I'm going to try to save as much of that as I can. Probably save some andesite and granite too, because I've been trading those. DJ's been trading those as well. So we're running low on all that stuff. So I'm just gonna, shut up and dig now for the next few hours until all of those picks go bye-bye, which honestly, it won't take very long. I tend to go through them very quickly. So maybe I'll repair them and come right back. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But I'll come back and show you all the progress we've made here. So I hope JP appreciates all the work that's been done here over the last few hours. It didn't take that long at all, mostly because I asked a couple more people to come lend a hand and help with these, community service projects. It was pretty much the same crew that helped me dig out the West Tunnel earlier in this episode. I just started messaging people, they started messaging other people, and so on and so forth. So we had about 6 people out here digging. Yeah, so this went really, really fast. But I'm still in the mood to help him out, so let's avoid the lava. I'm gonna dig some more. I just repaired all of my picks. They're down there somewhere if they load in. Yeah, there we go. In one of those shulkers down there. All my picks. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up here, but I'm almost definitely going to keep digging here today. I'm in the giving mood, guys. It's the season of giving. So I want to help out here a little bit longer, but I hope you guys liked today's episode. I hope I was able to showcase some of the, more public builds out there and to chip in where I can. But next time, hopefully we'll be back at our base. I don't know, I haven't made plans yet for next episode, so it's going to be a surprise to both of us. But until next time, guys, you have a good one.